Alright, we're back to see this fresh hell.
I watched them scamper away, then headed into the bathroom. Hey, Joshua Lita! You and I should probably get going. I rounded the corner and found him doing Mimi's hair.
In a second, Hannah! I've just gotta finish this!
Your beard is so luxurious and soft.
Oh, it's just a regular skinned and avian woman.
Hannah, have you met Joshua Lena? She's so good with hair. And look, she even got the stain out of this shirt. Mimi held up my uniform. Really? Thank goodness. Thank you so much.
It's no problem, honey.
I guess I'll let you finish. Mimi, you won't tell anyone about Paul and Nick coming into the bathroom, will you? Why wouldn't I? Bitch. Well, as class representatives, they were just trying to help Joshua Lena get her bearings. They were just showing her where the bathroom was. I should have been the one to show her, but I was asleep and they didn't want to wake me up. That's actually a really good fucking excuse. Especially, like, on the fly.
I'm shocked she didn't stutter through that, actually.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess it's fine then.
Yeah, I would have bought that.
Thank you. I stood staring at them, unsure of what to do next.
Take your uniform and leave? Do you mind? I need to concentrate to finish this.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went back to my room. Life at Asagao never got easier, did it?
I mean, honestly, if this is the worst you have to deal with, your school's got it easy.
Remember
our high school having furries?
Oh, fuck.
Anyway.
High school was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Oh. God damn it. That was on you, Jay.
It was... Oh!
Mai was still asleep when I got back. There was no way I was going back to bed, so I changed into my uniform, grabbed my bag, and went to class early.
Seriously, how early is it that people are awake but it's dark outside?
I don't know. Could be like 7 a.m. in like November.
No, because this would be the beginning of the school year, so... it
isn't.
isn't.
A Japanese school year.
No, it isn't, because you're a late transfer.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's true.
It's nebulous time!
My plan was to get started on the project Miss Shizuka gave us. As sincere as PBG was, I wasn't quite sure he'd hold up his end of the bargain.
He's given us no reason to assume he wouldn't.
I mean, he stares at us like a puppy.
Yeah.
I stepped into the classroom and went to my seat, throwing my bag against my desk. A small snap came from across the room. Shane was at his desk, giving me a look.
Do you mind? I'm trying to work.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked to the door. It was too late to leave, but I didn't want to be stuck by myself with a guy who clearly hated me. He doesn't hate you, he just likes to keep to himself.
Yeah, and you're making a lot of noise, and you probably had him just break his new fire warrior.
I sat down at my desk, and I looked at my hands.
This is the quietest place I can find in the mornings.
Where I do all my Warhammer painting.
I'm trying to build models.
Really?
Really? Not the library? Well, they stopped letting me do this in the library after I got paint on a very expensive encyclopedia.
I unfortunately glued several letters from Oscar Wilde together. I was using them as a wet palette. Honestly, a better use than what he did with them. Anyway.
Shane shook his head. I see, I'll try not to bother you. He shook his head again.
You're fine. Do whatever.
It'd be awkward if I just sat there like that. So, what are you working on? Shane looked at me, and for a moment I thought he wasn't going to answer. He waved me over. I crossed the room, lit his desk, looked over his shoulder. Several sheets of paper were tightly sketched, Several sheets of paper with lightly sketched outlines lay in front of him. It looked like they were for comics? You draw comics?
Yeah.
What about? He shrugged.
Whatever.
He said with a touch of finality, so I skipped to another topic. Actually, I'm really, really sad that one of my friends from TFCon has basically let her webcomic die.
Aww.
I actually really liked it. It was good. Like, she had like 1,000 or so subscribers, I think.
Oh wow.
Like, not big numbers, but like it was a quality comic. And I'm super sad that it's dead now, especially since it had robots in it.
Oh, that's always a shame.
Right? He said it with a touch of finality, so I skipped to another topic. One of the main characters was a robot prostitute. It was great.
Ooh.
Right? Like, holy fuck.
Oh, well.
Do you mind if I ask where you're from? Shane gave a heavy sigh.
Could you not tell by my accent? I'm from England. This is my second year.
Oh. He continued to draw, etching lines of a British flag above what looked to be a government building. Do you miss it? He finished shading a line before responding.
I guess. The whole farmers there.
Don't miss the weather, though.
Nah, don't miss the weather.
You're by yourself? Why did you come here?
Class will start soon. Don't you have something to work on?
Ouch. Taking the hint, I went back to my desk. Suddenly, the door slammed open.
Hey!
Hey, look who got here early.
Wonderful.
Is he allowed to bring his bird into class?
It's fucking Jontron of the Normal Boots Club. He doesn't have to wear a uniform. No one questions anything he does.
That's fair. Yeah, actually, I just noticed he isn't even wearing the tie or anything.
Yep.
Oh, Hannah, Shane, look who's just the four of us. We should start up some troubles. Like
Also-
clam chowder, thick and goopy.
Thick, goopy troubles. Also, he doesn't button up his shirt all the way, so you can see his glorious chest mane.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, what was he? He's some sort of Arabic.
Trouble? I don't know.
I don't want to say the wrong one, because that's real bad when you say the wrong one. Let's plant an egg on Miss... Let's plant an egg on Miss Suzuka's chair, eh? Bet she'd think it was hilarious.
Thick and creamy trouble.
No.
Yeah, especially if it's a Cadbury cream egg.
Oh, God. Oh, you're never getting that stain out.
Oh no, nothing will. Throw that out.
It's just gone.
You want to know what's the best and worst thing ever?
What?
I can't remember where it was, but some fast food place had a Cadbury cream egg milkshake.
Oh, McDonald's had that for a while.
No, they had
It
they
was
had
a McFlurry. I think.
McFlurry, but this was a milkshake.
Ooh.
So yeah, that's the noise I made. Then I tried it, and then it went from ooh to ooh. I swear to fucking Christ, that had like 4 times of my daily dose of calories in
Oh,
a cup.
boy.
This thing was thick. Thicker than an M. Night Shyamalan plot. By which I mean it started thick, but then it got bad.
And then it got
No.
all runny at the end.
And then I got all runny at the end. Ah, come on! Bet I could find an exploding bird or two to dive bomb us during class. No.
I bet you could probably bake her a cake.
Fill the knives!
Really?
Jesus Christ.
What the heck is wrong with you?
Shane was more than an ocean away from his family and friends. I was only 2 hours away from my dad, yet I missed him so much. Was Shane homesick at all?
I've been to England. Don't miss it.
Soon other students filled the room, and Mai joined me at my desk, asking why I abandoned her. I filled her in on the situation. She had a good laugh. But as the clock ticked closer to the class time... as the clock clicked...
As the clock ticked closer to the
It
class
was almost
time.
class. I felt like something was missing. Eventually I realized it was PBG, wasn't in class yet. The bell rang and Miss Shizuka came in. The class began, but still he was nowhere to be found.
Hey, he's allowed to be sick.
Where was he? Shit.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right? I'm super bad at this.
The real problem that causes grinding to be necessary in RPGs, if you ask me, is the whole system is flawed. Miss Shizuka's on a tangent again. She must have got stood up.
Well, there used to be very little memory on video game cartridges, which meant that games had to be hard, like artificially hard, in order to get more playtime out of it. Otherwise, people just wouldn't buy the cartridges because they were like, when adjusted for inflation, something like $120 for a game at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And modern games, the reason there's grinding and stupid bullshit is because games have become so expensive to produce because of the graphics war and shit like that, they have to make it artificially long in other ways. Otherwise, you'd just blow through the game in a few hours again, and people wouldn't buy the games because games are expensive.
So in other words, it's all to pad for time.
Pretty much. You could
Kind of like our tangents and my drinking.
Yep. You could actually make a long game on an effective budget if you prioritized writing over everything else. But even then, that would require some additional programming, which would make it a little more expensive too. But it would still be way cheaper than having to pay through the nose for top-of-the-line graphics. But top-of-the-line graphics are what sells to the lowest common denominator, so here we are.
Meanwhile, you have the obscure games you and me play, which don't even try anymore.
I know, right? Like, fuck, so long as the graphics don't actively interfere with my enjoyment of the game, I don't care.
Like, I'm not going to say that Dragon Quest isn't a pretty game.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say is, it's not trying.
It's a very long game with above-average graphics, but...
I mean, acceptable considering the powerhouse it's on and the amount of money that was shoveled into it.
Dragon Quest XI is fucking great, folks. Play it.
I'm literally just going to get it on the Switch.
It's really fucking good. Well, wait for the new version to come out. With,
That's
like,
the one that's coming on the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was going to get it, like, because he kept talking about it, and then I heard rumblings, like, big stuff getting announced for the Switch, and I'm like, maybe I'll wait.
It's a really fucking good game. Fuck.
It looks like it.
Class was nearly over and PBG still hadn't shown.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. If I was ever, like, I've missed 70% of the class, it's a wash.
I was worried, but no one else seemed to care.
That kid always misses class.
Still, what if he was sick? Why didn't anyone care? The sound of the bell, Miss Shizuka jumped.
Turned in a two-page reflection on why the human species as a whole has the emotional range of a teaspoon. Due tomorrow.
Also, pro tip for those of you who are still in high school where the teachers actually care about lates and tardies. If you're late for class, or if you don't want to go to class, what you do is you go to the office about 10 minutes after class began. And then you get a late slip. Because as soon as you get the late slip, that puts you in as late in the office system. So when the teacher submits their attendance papers, you just get corrected to late, regardless of whether or not you actually went to class after getting the late slip.
Mind you, this is for our shitty school system. It may not apply to other shitty school systems.
Well, I mean, we went to Westmount, and Hamilton has only one school that is in the top 100 schools in Ontario, and it's Westmount. It was the one shining beacon of quality education in the otherwise shit that is Hamilton. And that's probably because we used McNabb as a dumping ground for kids who weren't good enough.
Or as we colloquially refer to it as, McStab. I'll let you figure out how it earned such a colorful name.
Yep.
She definitely got stood up.
Miss Shizuka? Westmount actually really didn't have a whole lot of, like, fights.
In my entire 4.5 years there, because I did the victory lap to get a scholarship, I recall exactly 2 fights.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Mind you... Oh, yeah, there was also that time he challenged one of the teachers to a fight.
Okay, fights that actually happened, Jay.
That was funny, though.
Yeah.
You want to fight, sir? And then Mr. Callahan just fucking up and down the hall. The gangster swagger, and he was like, oh, fuck, he's gonna kill me.
I stood and dashed to her desk.
Yes, Hannah?
PBG wasn't in class today, and I can take his notes to him if you need...
Oh, Hannah, you're a godsend.
Miss Shizuka eyes watered. She leaned over her desk and pulled me into a hug. Why can't men be as nice as you?
Why does no one be nice to me?
It was wonderful. Oh.
It was wonderful to see our youth have hope. Hannah.
She pulled away and stared into my eyes. Don't let a man drag you down.
Don't give up on love. You young. If please what you want, you just gotta bless. You can't take this purpose.
$5? Don't be ridiculous.
$5? Get out of here.
She shoved the handouts from today's class into my hands and gathered her things.
Her breath smelled like coffee and bourbon. Mostly bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Bless your heart.
If you see your teacher drinking out of the water bottle, but the water bottle is mysteriously at the same level at the end of class as it was in the beginning, it's because they're discreetly putting water into it, because you're a bunch of shits and he has to drink to deal with you.
Happy water.
She left the room crying.
Is everyone at this school an emotional wreck?
Yes.
Poor thing. She must have really liked that one.
Does this happen often?
Oh, yeah. So you're taking that to PBG?
Yeah. But now that I think of it, I don't know his room number.
402.
Holy fuck, Mark.
That's uncomfortable.
How?
It's next to Jared's room.
Ah!
That's
That's
not
worse.
what I wanted to hear.
That's
what I
worse.
wanted to hear was he runs some games out of his room. It's what I wanted to. We'll see you next time. We're gonna let this sink in. Hold on, I'm gonna get more beer.